Hey, welcome back. 2 stories from relationship advice. One is about a woman who wants to divorce her husband so she can drink and sleep around. In the other, a man breaks up with his girlfriend because he's gay. Then he starts dating another woman. As always, spelling and grammar mistakes courtesy of Reddit. Lol. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps this channel grow. Thank you. This story is titled, My 35 Male Wife, 30 Female, Wants to Separate So She Can Live Her Life. So, my wife turned around last night and told me that she wanted to separate. She wants to live her life. We had children young, she was 20, and she feels she's missed out on her 20s. She pretty much told me that she wants to go out drinking and sleeping around. The problem is that I have nowhere to go and can't afford to move into somewhere of my own. She essentially wants me to stay with her as a live-in babysitter so she can go out whenever she wants. She wants her freedom. We have 2 children together and she has asked for a third many times over the last couple of years. I can't see a way out of this situation and it's affecting me massively mentally. I haven't slept in 2 days. Just needed to vent. Comment 1. Don't leave, let her move out. If she wants to play, she can pay. She can couch surf, go to her parents, stay with friends, get her own place or get a sugar daddy. Whatever, as long as she's not under your roof. See an attorney ASAP, because more than likely she's already messing around, and file for a divorce. File for custody of your kids and get child support. See a doctor and get checked for STDs. Change those passwords and pins before she cleans you out to make her new life. Comment 2. The commenters giving you advice on how to end your relationship might be right. In case they're not, here is an alternative. Being a parent of a young child makes you lose yourself. You may already understand this, but it's usually more with the mother, especially when children are at the age when they need constant attention. Brainstorm ways of getting small tastes of fun and joy in your lives. Avoid alcohol-related fun. Find things to do in the daytime. Don't look for large, occasional big things. Go for frequent small things. Find a fun, active, outdoor thing to do together. Have something fun once a week. An example is bike riding, either footpaths or forest or mountain bike riding. Get a shotgun seat for the baby, a child seat for the older one, and 2 bikes. Plan rides every Saturday. 15 kilometers to a nice lunch place through scenic areas, and 15 kilometers back. Mountain bike riding, kayaking, hiking, and surf lifesaving are all active, fun outdoor activities that are fairly cheap and have a big social aspect with lots of clubs around. Get a camping setup and start weekend traveling as a family. Get in the habit of driving somewhere new every couple of weeks and camping and exploring. Cheap and awesome and adventurous. If you're not ready to throw in the towel, then inject a fun, alcohol-free family event into every weekend. When you think of it as a project, it's amazing how many free, outdoor things you can think of that are awesomely fun. Micro-adventures are the way to go. Comment 3. Okay, that's a lot, but it seems like some information is missing. First, you need some sleep, by the way. Maybe speak to a mental health service or family doctor about that. You can't do anything without clear thoughts. You can't stay with someone who wants a divorce, so there's that, but the issue is co-parenting successfully. Are you in a rented place? Who is paying for it? You don't babysit your own children, so do you mean she wants you to take on evening childcare? Who normally watches the children, does the chores, works, etc.? I'm not trying to put you down, actually I'm not. This sounds very distressing. I'm just trying to figure out the difference between her wanting you to do 100% childcare and you being trapped financially. Because of that, very bad, and her wanting you to do some babysitting, whilst she sees friends in the evening sometimes, not that bad. You see. Edit from op. Okay, to clarify some points, obligatory on mobile. We're in the UK, we currently rent the property we're in. The bills are split according to our incomes, mine being the higher, she pays a higher proportion of the rent and the water bill. I pay the rest of the rent, council tax, gas and electricity, internet, TV and food. These are just the shared costs. We have other bills of our own as well. Going out drinking and sleeping about was what I took from what she was saying, wanting the freedom to go out and live her own life. I repeated it back to her as, so you want to go out drinking and sleep around, to which there was no disagreement, denial. We've had our ups and downs like any married couple. She feels like she's missed out on her 20s and wants to live them now, it would seem. I have also missed out on my 20s, as I also have a daughter, 13, to an ex. The things she says she wants to do are pretty much the same as I eventually want to do as well: travel the world, experience things, go to festivals, etc. But we can't do a lot of that currently because we aren't financially stable enough, both currently working towards higher education to progress in our respective fields of work. Babysitter was just an easy way to word it. I know it's not babysitting when they're my children, 9 and 4 by the way. I literally have nowhere to go as I have a very small friend group who have families of their own and family isn't an option and she knows this. My wife suffers from anxiety and depression because of childhood abuse and difficult childbirths, nearly died giving birth to both of them. Early on in our relationship, marriage, she would go out drinking at least once a week. I would be home with our only son at the time. She would come home early hours, on average around 3 o'clock, absolutely wasted and demand attention, usually waking me up, and as I was up for work, looking after the little man, she wouldn't get the attention she wanted, usually sex. But for me, sex with someone who is that drunk doesn't seem right. When she didn't get the attention she wanted, she would then call, message other men whilst I'm still awake next to her trying to get this attention. I know I'm going to be called for putting up with that. Or I would be physically, psychologically abused. Being in the state she was in, she doesn't remember 95%, in my opinion, of what she's done to me over the years. This abuse led to putting up a wall, in order to cope, but it's actually only recently that I saw it all for what it was. Because of all this I have developed anxiety whenever she drinks, an issue I need to work on, I know. Which means I don't react in the best way, nothing physical but probably a form of emotional abuse on my part, controlling behavior. I can see myself doing these things to her and hate myself for it. I used to have no problem with her going out and enjoying herself, and we'd go out as a couple at least once a week as well, meal, few drinks, parties, etc. These days I drink very little, because when we did go out, it was always me having to get up with our son, newborn to 3 or 4 years old, when all this was going on, the following morning. And for those with children, you know a hangover when dealing with a child is hell. Any family events where the 3 of us went would end with me going home with our son and her staying out. From memory I think there's only been a few occasions where I've been out, and she's stayed home. In 10 years. I apologize for the edit being disjointed, and I know I've probably forgotten to answer some things raised in the comments. I left the house for work at 5:30 this morning, overtime to boost my monthly wage, and now I'm in bed trying to get a couple of hours sleep. Doubtful. I love this woman and I want this to work, for us to push through this rut, her words, and do all the things we want to do when the kids are older and we're financially stable. I appreciate all the comments, advice, feedback. Gel or jelly as it's known here, feels very weird in my underpants. Comment from I just read it. What the F? I just narrated it as written, but what was that last statement about? Gel or jelly as it's known here, feels very weird in my underpants. I hope that's just some expression in the UK that means something else. If somebody knows, can you explain it to me in the comments? This story is titled, My Boyfriend Broke Up With Me Because He Came Out As Gay. Now he's dating a new girl. 2 months ago, my boyfriend, 24 male, broke up with me, 23 female, and said it was because he was gay and he couldn't lie to me anymore. He said that he had known since he was young but didn't come to terms with it until recently. We dated for 8 months and he gave me no indication that he was gay. I obviously was sad because I really loved him, but I wanted to support him and his discussion to come out. However, after breaking up with me, he blocked my number and he blocked me on Instagram. Yesterday, I was stalking him from my fake Insta account and saw that a girl tagged him in a post. It was a picture of her showing off a bracelet and the caption was something like Valentine's Day came early this year. X's name bought me this beautiful bracelet. I love him so much. I clicked his tag to make sure it was actually him and it was. I followed her account and she's been posting stories all day with him and they even kissed in one, so I'm almost 100% that he's not gay. I'm devastated. Did he lie to me about being gay? If so, why wouldn't he just break up with me normally? This is making me feel so awful and confused. Should I confront him about it? Comment 1. I'm so sorry that he did this to you, young lady. He's not gay. Some men have a hard time hurting a woman by breaking up with her in person. They can't stand the tears and anger. That's why they ghost, lie about things, say they're gay, etc. He felt that you would take the news of him being gay a little easier than if he just broke up with you. Don't let that sour you on all men because you sound amazing and one day you'll be married to an honest man with a happy family. For the time being, don't follow your ex-boyfriend on social media with fake or real accounts. Definitely do not confront him about this. You're sure to be upset by what you see and hear. Comment 2. At least he didn't tell you he was moving to Yemen. Comment 3. There are 4 possibilities. One is that he actually is gay, thought that he could brave coming out, so he broke up with you, and then he realized, shite, I can't actually do this. Because coming out is hard, and so he ran back into a relationship with a woman. I wouldn't immediately dismiss that possibility. 2 is that he thought he was gay, realized he's actually bi-pan, and decided to continue to date women. 3 is that he lied to you because he found a new girl to date and he figured saying he was gay was easier than telling you the truth. 4 is that he lied to you because he thought, this person is crazy, and I tell her the truth, she's never going to accept it. But maybe if I tell her I'm gay she'll leave me alone. You have a fake Instagram to follow his girlfriend from. Come on, stop being freaking weird. Comment from I just read it. Seriously, that's a George Costanza move from Seinfeld. He had a clingy girlfriend and wanted to dump her. He tried numerous lies to get rid of her. Being gay was one of them. Being an adult film star named Buck Naked was another. Lol. Thank you so very much for listening. Please check out my other videos and like and subscribe.